your source for news from NAB 2018. Indie Shooter, brought to you by Akidio, Band Pro, Blackmagic Design, Carl Zeiss, Panasonic, and Schneider Optics.
Hi, Clint with Indie Shooter, continuing on our coverage of NAB 2018 here at the Adobe booth with Laura Williams Argilla. I did it. Argilla, yeah. We're going to talk about brand new stuff that just came out, like 2 weeks ago or something like that. You guys announced.
Third.
And the thing that I'm most excited about is this color match because we have the other day, it was about 2 months ago, we were putting together a video for the SoC. It was like a reminiscence of like all this thing going through like 30 years, and some look like this and some look like that, and it was trying to make it look somewhat consistent.
Yes.
And you'll literally drive yourself crazy doing that, but now you guys have a solution for that, right?
We do. We've got a really beautiful solution in shot matching. It's powered by Sensei, which is Adobe's intelligence platform behind the tools. And what essentially it allows you to do is pick a shot that you want to mimic and select any other shot. Now the best part of it, there's two best parts of it. One is that it also respects skin tones. So you can, if there's faces in your content, even if it's a very big difference between the target piece and the other piece, that was classy. You can still click this button and say respect skin tones, so then you don't get like orange or yellow or green people, right, even with dramatic shifts in color. But you also aren't locked into what we do for you. So once you click the shot matching button, all of the parameters in the Lumetri panel change, but they're open. So if I want to continue to tweak, say it's just a little too warm or a little too cool, I can make those changes. So I can get right into the area of the sweet spot and continue to adjust. A lot of other solutions don't allow you that flexibility. Our goal is to kind of streamline creativity and give you the most flexible solution. And that's one of the things I'm really proud about with the shot matching.
No, it's true. A lot of times the automated features like that, they just hammer it, and so you get whatever it is that they come out with. So this is going to be within Lumetri Lux. It's going to be like a filter or something like that?
So it's within the Lumetri color panel. It's just shot matching, but it adjusts on the color wheels. Yeah, do you like that? It's loud. So it adjusts on the color wheels, and you can still continue to make adjustments and tweaks on the color wheels to get it exactly the way you want it to look. Now, in most cases, when you do the shot match, it'll be probably pretty close to what you want, which is fantastic in and of itself. But I just love the fact that it doesn't lock me into a look that a machine tells me is the right look. It just gets me into the ballpark, because getting in, especially when you're working with things like from different cameras, different times, as you mentioned, you can really get into trouble just trying to get it into the zone. And this way the reference piece can be pretty much anything and get you really into a very near match, if not an excellent match on the first click.
I can't wait to get my hands on it, and again, yeah, the ability to go through and tweak it and everything like that is going to be awesome. More innovations in Premiere, though. Talk a little bit about them.
Okay, we brought the auto ducking from Audition into Premiere. So if we're doing that audio dipping of your soundtrack when there's voice, or you can actually auto duck any element in your audio track, which is kind of fantastic. Again, Sensei driven, but it doesn't lock you into what we think is the right mix. You have all of the adjustable keyframes. But anybody who's done ducking knows.
Well, tell people what ducking is.
That's probably a good tip. So ducking is when you need to manage the relationship between multiple elements of audio. Most commonly, it's where there's voice and a music bed. So you want to dip the music down so you can clearly hear what people say, and then it comes back up where there's silence. That process manually can be incredibly time-consuming, and you also tend to lose a bit of your sensitivity to the noise variation as you do more and more of it. So in a long piece, you can lose kind of the sensitivity, like, yes, I can hear this clearly, or no, I can't hear it. We apply a one-button click, can auto-duck your entire piece, and then you can just go in and make those refinements where maybe you want it a little louder, or maybe you want it a little quieter. So again, it's that ultimate flexibility. We get you in the ballpark, and then you decide what's perfect for you.
And that's been in Audition, but it now will be in Premiere in-app.
Directly in Premiere.
What else?
Isn't that enough?
That would be enough.
We have a new split screen view, which is fantastic. It allows you to look at those video changes or the color changes that you've made, but you can also use it when you're applying effects or motion graphics templates. Again, ultimate flexibility on seeing what is there now and what could be there, which I think helps a lot when you're making decisions. We've continued to improve motion graphics templates, which, if you're not familiar with motion graphics templates, are essentially an encapsulated complex effect from After Effects. So I can get a very professional looking motion sequence with text and beautiful graphics, and yet in Premiere, without going to After Effects, I can edit that to get the exact look that I want. I can change the color, I can change any of the elements that the motion graphics designer has left open for me. But we've continued to improve the flexibility of those, and doing one of my favorite ones. If I get a new template from my motion designer, by holding the Option key when I drop it onto one of the sequences, I can do Smart Replace. And as I put it onto one of the previous references to the motion graphics template, it will ask me if I want to update all of them in the sequence instead of having to manually go through one by one by one. And all of the changes that I made to that previous version of the template are reflected in the new use of that template. So any place where I've changed text or color comes right through. Again, really great way to speed workflow.
Wow. So the other thing that we wanted to talk about was Puppetry has gotten an upgrade, right?
Oh, the Puppet Engine in After Effects has got a major upgrade.
I said Puppetry. It's Puppet Engine.
Yeah, well, it's the Puppet tool. But
the Puppet
thing
tool.
that fuels the Puppet tool is the Puppet Engine. And the Puppet Engine has definitely had a massive upgrade. It's one of the most used tools in After Effects, but up until now, there's been...
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. People use it quite frequently, so things can distort as they change over time. With After Effects, the new version, we've increased the flexibility of the Puppet Engine. One of the things that it does now is it increases the mesh, which determines the behavior of that object as it moves. And you can continue to put increasing number of points in areas where you want more behavior detail, if that makes sense. So if I have something like a flag and I want it to have specific ripple points, I can click in and get more mesh points in a specific area. We also have the starch tool, so if that flag, for example, has a logo on it and my producer says, no, you're losing the look of my beautiful logo, I can click the starch tool on that, and the starch tool keeps it from flexing quite as much as the rest of the flag. Wow. But it's really powerful, and I think people who use the Puppet tool are going to be truly impressed by what it is that it's capable to do.
And I was interested because you guys have some stock puppets, but it came out in a press conference that there's companies now that are selling the puppets and everything like that. They're all pinned together, and that might be coming soon from Adobe Stock, right?
So the puppets that you're talking to are for Character Animator. And they're essentially layered PSD or Illustrator files that can be manipulated through performance-based animation in Character Animator. We have a number of them included in the application, so you can always get up and get started, start playing with those. But there are a number of vendors across the internet who have decided to start selling these customizable puppets. Some of them can be personalized, some of them are just basic templates. They're not available in stock at this time. But I can't tell you what would or would not come in the future.
I got that. Well, let me ask you something else about the future. The future kind of hit us in the face the other day when another company said that they can do ProRes RAW. Are you guys familiar with this? Because I didn't even know that there was anything like that coming down the pipe.
Yeah, I've seen that announcement as well. We work really hard to support any codec or any format that's available for professional use. At this point, that's not something that is, on our radar particularly. But that doesn't mean we won't support it as soon as we possibly can.
Excellent. People want to find out more about Adobe products. They should go to the website, right?
Absolutely. Go to adobe.com. There's a whole section on the video tools where you can get more information. If you're looking for featurettes, which feature what the products have added each cycle, we add those to our YouTube channel. So you can always go in and hear our amazing product managers demoing the new tools and features.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Laura.
Great. Thank you. It was nice talking to you.
Your source for news from NAB 2018. Indie Shooter. Brought to you by Akidio, Band Pro, Blackmagic Design, Carl Zeiss, Panasonic, and Schneider Optics.